Veritas mean, and is it a good album by P.O.D? Veritas means truth or reality. And to see these songs, if they're lying or being honest, we need to analyze the tracks. And that's what we're going to do in this album review. Drop is a heavy, headbanging opener that's entertaining and gnarly, even with some of the corny passages, the talking bits contained within. I Got That is the next song, and it takes us back to old school rap vibes of the early Pod and lyrical callbacks to Wildfire era. Superfly Bars by Sonny in 2024. That makes me really happy. And so far we've got a heavy rocker and a heavy rap song. It's all heavy. Sonny and the Gang's Truth is at least packaged in a very streamlined 30-minute ball of heavy song. A ball that we must roll on to the next track to see if it is indeed round and heavy, like a big old butt. I don't know where that came from. Pod. We're talking about Pod. Some of the songs, like Dead Right, shift from the poppiest parts of Alive to the hardest grooves that P.O.D have ever done in their catalog. And I'm sorry that I keep saying Pod. I used to know a girl, and you know what she did? She would say Pod even though she knew it was P.O.D. It was very cringe when she did it. It's cringe when I do it now. That wasn't cringe, though. Sonny takes the rap he spit on I Got That and amplifies it with better lyrics, better melodies on Afraid to Die. A real highlight on what's shaping up to be a great album at this point. I was expecting a bit of melodramatic nostalgia, because that's what rock and roll do in 2024. What is that animal that do? But P.O.D have a fresh vibe on Veritas, and perhaps that's part of the truth that they are trying to share with you and with I. Afraid to Die features Tatiana from Ginger, and it's a perfectly fine feature. Master of Fate. That's why I'm Believe Me. That's a bit of anthemic P.O.D too, which is phantasmogivmic. The screaming on that song, Chef's Kiss. And we got to lean in for the Chef's Kiss, but it's really just so I can scroll down on the script, because this is very shoestring budget. I can't even afford shoestrings a lot of the times. Breakings. Breaking is the name of the song. Electrifies a screaming trees kind of guitar gymnastics. And Sonny, that's the lead singer, by the way, is putting 110% effort into every line, every word, every letter. You can just hear it in his voice, in his presentation. Oh, man. But forget the guitars for a minute. Who's playing the drums on this thing? Is it Alex Lopez? Whoever it is, 5 out of 5. I don't know. Is it Wav? Before he left? After he left? Who is it? It's the drums. The drums are a 5 out of 5. Sonny is at the top of his rap game, his top of his scream game. Sonny gets an A+. The bass serves the songs and does what it needs to do. His harmony vocals are elating, so he also passes on to 3rd grade. Very cool, Tra. Marcos is tearing it up on the programming machine, the guitaring machine, the backing vocal thingy, vocal chords, and Veritas, with a 3 out of 5 score, in my opinion, is well worth checking out, particularly if you've drifted away from P.O.D. I think this would be a good point for you to jump back onto. Like if you've gotten like the last few years of P.O.D, you just haven't cared. Maybe this is time. This is the decade. The decade for you. The Pod are back, and they're sounding good. I'm going to turn the camera off now. No, I'm not, because I've got to do the end screen. End screen.